George ran that ad making fun of small companies, something in me just snapped. I lost it. I was like, what in the fuck is this? Are you kidding me? We're lame because we're like a small company? Man. I went, okay. He wants like, there's no rules, there's no nothing, we're just gonna have war?
We're going for the throat. You know, if we're going after Pal Peralta, I just couldn't believe it. And I couldn't appreciate it. I couldn't respect it. I couldn't get behind it. I didn't think there was anything cool about it at all.
And that right there is
communist era, because they didn't pass the money through to the industry. The money got kept in these spots or burned, and then they ran, cut and burn, and it's kind of like communism. You know, they just, you get to starve while I live in a big apartment.
Honda says they okay. All because of Ron.
At World Industries, we buy our guys the best blankets possible.
It is not simply the United States against Iraq. It is really Iraq against the world. And again, none of us wants war.
Slide that 75-foot handrail. I'll give you 600 tries. I'll be back next week. Is suddenly loving this, because all morals are built on price. Well, in this case, it's like, how much do you want? Because Jason's name was huge, the company's doing well. I'll write you a check. I believe it's $10,000. And Steve, I think, did it in red ink just for kicks. And he's like, wow, how much? And Steve was loving it. Ripped one off the computer, wrote it in hand, a big no, and here you go, Jason. What's it gonna be? Kills me to say Mark would be the angel's role, but that would be his place in a sense, like don't do it in that sense. And so you got these guys tugging Jason so hard, in many ways the most influential people in that part of his life, and Jason took the check.
Those moments where Mark was being very serious, you know, and he said, if you're not into it, don't do it. And so it was nice to hear him say that, because that's when I was able to say, you know what, I actually don't feel good about it, and I never really did. So we drove back, and I gave Rocco the check back, and it pissed him off.
With success comes so many problems and temptations. Spending money. Steve likes to spend money. He's always been. There's a lot of money being spent, and the guys, by their nature, were just going, hey, what about me? And we go, look, we've been more than generous with you. But that's not the point. You don't really see outside that box sometimes. And I saw the success and the murmurs and the things, and you have all these things stacked around you, and you realize how tenuous the strands are that hold them together, and how much of their flames all around these strands.
My career was ending already while I was still with World Industries as far as the skate community was concerned. It was like, you know, Rock had brought so many new guys up. The stuff that was kind of always under the surface, of course, got exploded. Where's my money? I don't have any money. Your board isn't selling anymore. He got what he needed out of me, and now it was time to throw me away.
In many ways, we planted our own seeds of destruction. There's no question about that. We were culpable. Absolutely.
To be honest with you, Rocco himself was bent on destroying me. He had to have the last say, and his last say was running an ad, pretty much bent on destroying my name in the market, you know? It was a vicious attack in public.
I remember it being pretty devastating when Mike quit World, you know? That had such an effect on the sales, you know what I mean? But, like, like, it was just kind of an unstable time altogether, you know?
After a while, I just thought, this seems different, and Mark came up with the name, and I just don't know how good I felt about it being carried on without him. So I left, and that didn't go over so well.
Rocco isn't paying any attention to me. I need some fucking attention here. So being the guy that needs attention, I quit the company and rode for Tony Hawk's company, but I mainly quit because it just seemed like a new opportunity, you know?
What happened at the end here with everything is really private, because Rodney and Rocco are still some of my best friends, and I've never once been the person to confuse business with friendship.
We are still friends, but there are things you have to manage as a business, and things become a little protracted and cloudy as to what relationships really are.
It's like, you know, if you set up your business ethos as like, fuck everyone and everything, you're going to get fucked eventually.
Statement right there. Didn't say a word. It was just show up at the contest, wearing and riding those boards, and that's how they let us know that we're gone, and we started a new company.
World Industries at the time was left to vanish. Everybody was gone. It's like throwing you out in a war without any guns or even clothes, dude. The clothes issue's not that important when you're in a war, but still, come on, you want to have clothes on and no weapons? That's how they got left.
That was literally a kick in the balls out of nowhere. You had no time to brace for it. You had no time. You didn't see it coming. It was brutal. I mean, it was...
You realize that you're not that great. You're not all powerful. You're not all successful. You're not Midas. That's one. To another level, if you're fighting off allegations and stuff, and people are looking at you sideways, you would never think that that could happen to you. These are people that you know, you've built things with, you have real relationships. Suddenly, they're looking at you with this look. And that's hard to live with.
Okay, here's the thing about skaters. It's pretty simple. You set them loose, they do whatever they want. They will destroy everything around, and you can sit there and laugh at it, but the problem is when they're done destroying everything, then they go for you. There's nothing left. There's nothing left for them. And that's when you have to reassess how you're doing everything.